Shalom. I just read the newest chapter of One Piece, and I'm so fucking sad that we're getting a 3 week break now. I respect it. I respect it. Oda, the master, needs a break, and I will give him all the time he needs to relax, rejuvenate, and finish his story. But, oh my god, we're in the middle of the climax of the arc. Oh, it's so painful. I don't know how I'm going to wait. Essentially, yeah, a month. Because there's 3 weeks off. Yeah, oh my god. No. Well, this is my time to catch up with the anime and read the Ace spin-off manga. I'll probably do a video on both of those things, likely. So stay tuned for that. But anyway, incredible chapter. Again, there's not much to say here. It's just a continuing of this big battle. The the Lucci thing, I don't know. I'm starting to get on the bandwagon that a lot of people are saying how the Lucci thing is really stupid, but I'm not gonna go dive into it because no negativity. We don't want any controversy today. No, but yeah, I really like all the hints of it's a like some would say it's a little forced, but I really like all of the hints of like bigger lore of like centering around like Nika and like the nature of Elbaf in like the Giants just standard dialogue where they're like, oh, this reminds me of this thing, or oh, you look like this, or oh, they just throw it in there like normal dialogue, like not realizing they're giving us like these juicy snippets there where like, oh shit, like I want to know more about that. I want to know more about that. And yeah, so it's really cool how Oda's doing that. Yeah, obviously like now it's a little clearer after this chapter that they're not here to fight the Gorosei, and this isn't going to be like the Gorosei battle. Like they just got to get the fuck out of here and leave the Gorosei for another time. I'm thinking maybe they'll take down one. I'm thinking like maybe that's a concession that we have right now for the current level of like this Straw Hat and their alliance. Like maybe they'll take down one Gorosei and then they'll leave like the weakest of the Gorosei and then leave like the other members for later. Like I feel like that's a fair concession, for their current power level. I could see like with the Giants and with everyone involved here. And it really cements like I love the affirmation that they already did this in Kuma's backstory, but like the affirmation of how the Gorosei aren't human. Like it's not 100% confirmed, but the way that the Gorosei see other humans, even their most valuable like assistants in CP0 as like as we view bugs is really interesting. Like I'm very interested to see like if there's some sort of other race, if there's some sort of alien, if they're like a lot of people are theorizing that like similar to how Vegapunk works, they're like satellites of Emu, and that Emu is so removed from humanity that like maybe they just have that like inherent separation in their brains. But it is it is super interesting. And I'm just thinking of like how like I'm laughing because I'm just thinking of how insane these forms of the Gorosei are. Like I'm just laughing like what would you do if you're in the middle of like this war at all? I mean it's the One Piece world, I know, and all of a sudden you see these giant like crazy ass creatures just showed up out of nowhere with no context, no explanation of what they are. They just teleported there. And like I don't know. I thought that was I thought it was pretty funny, and it's interesting though because like Saturn or our man Jay Garcia just showed up on a boat at first. I know he teleported eventually into the island, but like he was sailing there on a boat. Like why didn't he just teleport to begin with? Unless they can only teleport when they're in their monster forms, that could be a thing there. Anyway, it's almost certain at this point that they're going to like sort of retreat to Elbaf and like sort of like take a break there, and maybe like Elbaf is going to be like the like I know a lot of people were saying like oh like Egghead is going to be like what Zoe was before Whole Cake and Wano, like maybe Egghead, they were saying Egghead was going to be that, but I think maybe like Elbaf will be that before like the final war and Laugh Tale and everything, and that like Egghead is just insane. Like it's crazy to me that we went from like Wano, which was essentially like the Marineford of Act 2 of the story, and it's like okay, now there's got to be like a recom and like a re-rise from there. No, like Oda's like, this is the final third of the story, final saga of the story. We're just gonna go all out, immediately start with like insanity. Like this is the most insane arc. Yeah, it really shows you the scale, how the scale has grown exponentially for the final arc. Also, totally random. The color spread at the beginning. Bonnie's got to be joining the crew, right? Like it was I think it was me. Oh, Kuma was there. Never mind. I was gonna say it was the whole crew and her. Like I'm like, okay, she's got to be joining. But I think they did some color spreads with Yamato like that. But I also genuinely think that Oda was planning for Yamato to be a Straw Hat and changed his mind at the very last minute. I genuinely think that up until like that break that he took at the end of Wano, what did he take, like a 2 month break or something? I genuinely think like before that he was fully planning Yamato to be a Straw Hat, and then decided during that break that he didn't want to do that anymore. But I think right now they're really building up Bonnie to be a Straw Hat, and I could see it. I could see it. I could totally see her being like you know how like Roger had Shanks and Buggy like as like kids on the ship. Like I could totally see Bonnie fulfilling that role and joining them for the rest of the series. But yeah, I think that's about it. I'm so sad that we had him on the vacation now, but I'm going to be making more videos talking about One Piece during that time, I think. So, yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this rambling. I'm just all over the place with this chapter, but yeah,